It's week 7 of the NFL, and this one features the Saints, reigning league MVP. He's your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Saints and the Ravens under the lights on Sunday night.
It is time for football. So the Saints.
Ready?
Right to the air from the 30 on the first play. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. First and 10.
Come on, set!
They'll throw out of the gun. They're looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
Ready, set!
They'll try again here. Second and 10.
Set, go!
Back to throw. His throw left side is complete. Down to the 10. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Saints. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Saints offense and their quarterback.
Ready up! 18, Rattler, 18, shut up!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He keeps it himself. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line.
More of the same right here, and you can see the numbers. They're really starting to pile up for the quarterback, especially on the ground here in the first half, Mike. And when he takes off running, you can feel everyone kind of hold their breath, both in terms of him being electrifying, but also the fact that they want to make sure he's not taking any unnecessary shots.
They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look...
That is caught. What a job to keep the play alive. Touchdown, New Orleans. Second touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. What an opening quarter he is having. Greg, that is 2 touchdown receptions here in the first quarter.
Mike, all this guy has to do is keep this pace up, and he's going to have himself 8 touchdowns. But in all seriousness, if I'm this quarterback, I'm not looking anywhere else until this defense proves they have an answer, because right now, they don't have one.
The Saints offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense has to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in the first half that has really given them fits.
Here we go, set!
Back to throw here to begin the drive. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Chris Olave, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
Warrior 70.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he will score. Jawan Johnson. Touchdown, Saints.
Look, Mike, I don't want to imply that they drew this play up specifically because this is when the league is celebrating National Tight Ends Day. But you got to admit, it's kind of fun seeing him score on this day in particular and join his fellow tight ends who have also scored throughout the league.
Offense and their quarterback.
Ready.
Shaheed in motion.
Go.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. There's Johnson, the tight end. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
We see so many wide receivers in today's NFL that almost resemble more of a running back style. When they get the ball in their hands, not only are they able to pick up big yards, they're able to fight through tackles and make people miss. That's an element that a lot of offenses are searching for. Takes a lot of pressure off the quarterback.
Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Hut, hut.
He'll look to throw. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
He's taken down just shy of the 10. They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11.
Ready, ready.
Now, faking the give. And he'll take it on in. Chris Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. He has done it again. That is 4 touchdown passes in this first half. Greg, he might skip halftime with the way he's performing right now.
Yeah, Mike, this passing attack is just really unstoppable. I mean, it is just remarkable the success he's been able to have. We're not even at halftime yet. He finds himself on record pace. I can't wait to see what he does the rest of this game.
The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here.
Ready! Get up!
They'll look to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Set!
He'll drop to throw. Open man down the field. It's Olave. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 70 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And he has done everything you...
Set up! Set go!
Now flags fly. Looked like someone got going
False start.
early, and
Offense.
it's going to turn into 1st and 15.
Let's go! Check go!
He's going to take a shot down the field. That is caught. And he will take this one in. 75 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, that is a quick drive, and the...
Down! Ready?
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. This is caught down that right sideline. And the offense will take one here. Timeout with 6 left.
Set! Ready? 19 Lion! Ready?
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. He's going to keep it himself. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Let's go now!
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. There he goes again. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he's in. Rashid Shaheed. Touchdown, Saints.
Ready? 7 Pirates! 7 Pirates! Go!
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down. And he's going to be very close to a first down. That's a good run there. Maybe just a couple of feet short. 3rd and a yard.
70 Lions! Hut, hut!
They'll try to get this one on the ground. And he's not going to get the first down. Met and brought down in the back.
Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready, you ready?
Off balance throw. It's complete. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Come on.
Mason
Set.
motioning over.
Ready?
To the air now on 1st and 10. That's deep for Olave. He's got it. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
Set up.
From out of the gun, he'll throw.
I can tell you from firsthand, Mike, seeing it unfold,
Now,
runs
faster,
like this
faster.
demoralize any defense. I mean, he's been doing it pretty much since the beginning of the game, and they have yet to find an answer for keeping him under wraps. He has run wild from that quarterback position. That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
And he will fight his way to the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but...
Bobcat, 60 Bob. Let's go.
Throwing now from the gun. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Let's go.
Even with the
19
lead, they're
tight.
trying to press the tempo.
Cup 19. Cup 19. Check go.
He'll go left side here and complete this one. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15.
Go.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to run it. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal. Nearly a touchdown. He's going to be marked out of bounds just shy of the pylon.
On the set. Here we go. Set.
They'll motion their tight end Johnson.
Ready.
They'll try zone read on 1st and goal. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards. From back at the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal.
Set. Ready.
And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one.
Mustang 19. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Saints. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any...
Let's go now.
off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Shaheed with the catch. Not quite to the end zone, but in great position, out of bounds at the 3. And with that last throw, the record comes into focus. He has gone over 500 passing yards in this game alone. That is caught by the tight end. Touchdown, New Orleans. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years.
Ranger. Ready?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to tuck it and go. Woo. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this fourth quarter. And that time, the pressure too much. He'll go down.
On the ready.
Saints going to use their second timeout. And they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. New Orleans' third and final timeout. And they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So this one a win for the visiting Saints. It was a game played in a driving rainstorm, but they would not let the field or the conditions deter them in any way. We're going to come away from here with a well-earned victory.
I just touched down in LA, the Spanish, my favorite. This that G, I keep it playing, so I put it on. She be speeding to the money like I'm running from the feds. Posted with my this say yeah. I'm like, whoa, see residuals, watch the money grow. I'm in flow, greatest story told, watch it all unfold. I'm like, whoa, reaping what I sow. Harvest getting bigger, they all froze. I unleashed my soul, now they taking pictures of it. Eyes on the prize, it's my life sold up. 545, had the lights on us. Fries for the side of an ice cola. You know that ride till the tires fall off. She know I'm a G, I got a date with destiny. She coming to me, cause I got the flavors and recipes.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And this one features the Saints, reigning league MVP. He wasn't afraid to sling it last week. Well over 500 yards in that game. It's the Saints and the Vikings. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
Come on, set, go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, good footwork on the spin. Fighting through, and he's got space. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Forced out to his left. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Cunningham. A pretty decent gain on the tough run before he's brought down at the 25. Now 2nd and 3. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Chris Olave hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Saints are on the board first here this afternoon. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drop.
Saints offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's an early front runner for MVP in the NFL here in the first half of the season. As you can see, he's a league leader in passing yards at this stage of the game.
Here we go, set. Hut, hut.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Ready, ready.
Now back to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Tershawn Wharton coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
Let's go now.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Saints offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession.
Set.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more.
Ready. Set. Hut.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. In trouble, and he's taken down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They run with Cunningham. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Come on, set. Ready.
On play action, they'll throw. Fighting through pressure. Flushed out right. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They go play action here on 1st down. Open man left side. Shaheed has it. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 43 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll set up a throw. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have taken the lead. He threw his league best 35th touchdown pass of the year.
Okay, ready.
In motion right, Olave.
Go.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Go. Hot.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And that last throw not going to count for much in the grand scheme of things, but it does move him over 3,000 yards passing for the season. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, right at the 40. They go with Cunningham. He'll get this down to the 38. The Saints sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he is going to be run down. What a disaster there. A huge loss. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. They'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end here. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for... The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a real threat, not just with the arm, but with the wheels. Quick throw to Olave. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
From the 31, here's a 2nd down and 9. Here's Cunningham. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter.
Let's go.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. He's got Mason complete. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line. 19 Lions. Go.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they will now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. And now out comes Minnesota. They've got the ball in a great spot here. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far.
Here we go. Shot.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Let's go now.
Back to throw here. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Cunningham, and he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. They'll look to throw here. This will go to Henry out wide. And they can't bring him down. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. Able to get away. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. And you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball. And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done?
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
On the set. Hey, check that. Panther Street. Set. 18, Pioneer.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Olave over the middle. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. There's a short one caught by Johnson. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cunningham. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at their 48-yard line.
Back to throw again. That's caught. It's Cunningham. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. He's got his target. That's complete. Shedding the tackle. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 36. They'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Here we go, set. 60 Bison, 60, hut.
Up the middle they go. Cunningham. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And he is going to have a Saints 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And they finally catch up to him and take him down. Jeez, where was he going? A huge loss there.
A big loss on the play. Brings up second down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Mack Wilson in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both first and second down. Now on third and forever, he'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A crazy sequence. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. They go play action here on first down. He lets it go deep for Olave. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. On first down, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
Looking to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Street. 70 Ranger. Take go.
They'll try and throw for it. Flushed out right. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert. Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy that their team didn't keep the home field. How about how these visitors came in?
Here we go again.